What's up guys, it's Fee here and welcome back to episode number 3 of the West Ham career mode. So we are going to kickstart things today with trying to buy Correa. So we're going to go straight into the negotiations, and obviously you can see his value at the moment is 18.5 million. So hopefully we'll be able to put in a decent offer and we'll be able to sign him before the transfer window is over. As he is valued at 18.5 million, I think our first offer is going to have to be at around 23 million. Obviously, I don't want to lose out on him, and I would really like him to get into the team, so we're going to see what they say. You're going to have to do better than that. How about 25.2 million? We also want to include a sell-on clause and receive 5% of the transfer fee if you sell Correa. I think that's probably a good deal, if I'm honest. 25.2 million for Correa. I'm going to accept that, to be honest. There we go. I understand you're not willing to part with Correa that easily. We're willing to give you 25.2 million in order to seal the deal. So that was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. So now we're just going to have to offer him or negotiate a contract for him, and hopefully he'll be joining the club. So I think Correa is going to be an important part, because we do have Antonio, who I'd like to play as a striker. We also have Hernandez and Carroll, but to be fair, I'd probably sell Carroll if someone came in with an offer for him. So I'm going to put important. Great, that's what we were hoping for. My client is happy. That is a good start. Now let's agree on the contract length. My client would like a 5-year deal. That is more than good for me, so I'm going to accept that. Right, so we now get the decision of whether to disregard a release clause or to propose one. And to be honest, I think we're just going to disregard it for now. We don't need to do it. Currently, he's on 52,000 a week at Atletico Madrid. So I'm going to go with 55, which is slightly higher. Right, let's see if they are going to agree to this. I'm sorry, but the offer is too low. 47.5 per week. That suits me because that's lower, but we'd be looking for a sign-in bonus of 680,000 and 770,000 after that. You know what, I'm going to accept. I think he's going to be a really good player for us in the future. Plus his wage, he wanted less, so that is absolutely fine. Right, so we have in fact gone and signed Correa, which is a really good sign-in here. And I think we're looking very strong for the upcoming games of the season. Okay, another thing that I did want to do just before we go into our first game against Plymouth Argyle in the Carabao Cup, I do want to hire a scout, because we do have to grow one player by 5 ratings, I believe, and then playing him in 5 games throughout the season once we've done that. So we're going to hire a scout. We'll probably just go with this guy. I don't want to pay 3.5 million for a scout, so we're going to go with Nicholas Davis. Right, so we're going to set up a scouting network for Davis now. We're probably going to do Spain. I know Spanish players have a lot of potential most of the time. Let's send him away for 3 months, and we're just going to search for any type of player, and hopefully he can come back with some good players with some high potential. Right, so just before we go into the game then, we have received another offer for James Collins. Didn't realise he was going to be so popular, but for 2.45 million, which is actually pretty decent. So let's see if we can get a little bit more, and I think this is the time that James Collins has to go. Right, so we are going to negotiate and we're going to propose a new offer. So I'm going to go for 3.5 and see what they say to that. Okay, you have a deal. We will match the 3.5 million price tag you have set, which means James Collins is leaving the club to go to Celtic, and I think that's a decent deal. Right guys, so we have seen that we have 2 conversations from some of our players. So Antonio says, I'm really enjoying my football at the moment and I've been playing well, so I'm a bit concerned that the team sheet has me on the bench at the moment. I want to start the game. Now obviously you guys haven't seen the team that I've chosen for this game yet, but I guess we can play him just to keep him happy. And also we do have a conversation from Nathan Trott, who says, hey boss, I was hoping you might be experimenting with the squad and would give me a chance to play. Now, obviously, we are playing Plymouth Argyle, as I said before, so I don't see any problem with bringing him into the squad. Right, guys, so this is how we are setting up against Plymouth Argyle. You can see a lot of youth players in there. Nathan Trott, obviously, I've brought in goal. Declan Rice starts at centre-back. Byram at right-back. Antonio, obviously, we've brought in as well. Correa makes his debut up top. Queen is obviously getting a chance to play again in the cam position. Haksabanovic, no idea if I've said that right, probably not, but he starts at left mid and the rest of the players are pretty much the same. So Plymouth Argyle set up with a 4-1-4-1 formation, so maybe a little bit defensive, but I'm hoping we can get the win here. He's got a good throw in into Correa though, who's got a lot of pace. He can also whip a ball in to the edge of the box, and Hernandez has smashed that one straight into the top corner. What a goal that is. All come from Correa with a really decent cross, but what a finish. I mean, we should be beating Plymouth Argyle regardless, but we do have a young team out. Maybe they can punish us here, because he's got the wrong side of me, and that's a good effort, and Trott just sees that wide. Byram into Queener, who plays it into Correa, who can have a shot, and what a strike that is. We are 2-0 up inside 20 minutes, and Correa getting his first goal for the club. He could be a really good signing. Jervis has got a bit of pace about him, and there's a nice 1-2 there. He could be the danger man in this game if Plymouth Argyle have one, and Fox is on the ball now. He's absolutely skinned me there, and oh my god, that's come off the crossbar. Can he find more space in the middle? Queener can hit one, but he plays it back to Obiang, who plays it back to Queener with a really bad touch, but somehow he's almost gone round the defender there. Not looking too dangerous going forward, but that's a decent touch around my player there, and Trott not looking too convincing in goal. And that is half time. So we are 2-0 up, which is kind of expected, although we are playing a weaker team. However, I think we are playing well. Queener plays it into our left midfield player, who I can't say his name. That's a great play though, and that sets Antonio away, who should be through, should be beating this guy in pace, and it's off the crossbar. That's unlucky. That's good play. Correa, can he do something here? He's played it into Antonio, or Masuaku here on the left hand side, and Antonio with the header. That was very slow, but for a moment there I thought that was going to go in. Queener into Correa, who plays it into Hernandez with a great ball into Antonio. Can he finish it this time? No, he can't, and we can't find the rebound header. And Haskabovic, or whatever his name is, comes down the left, and what a header again from Antonio. But I tell you what, their keeper's been pretty good in this game. Can we get this one out? That's a great corner, and it's come off the bar. Can we get it out? We can't, but Trott has good hands on that one. Okay, we've got a bit of trouble here, and they've taken a shot, and oh my god, Trott has made a mess of that one, and how has that almost gone in? That is ridiculous. Plays it into Correa, who can run, but cuts that back to Queener, who's seen the run of Antonio. Can he get there? He can't, but it's come straight out to Correa, and McCormick with another really good save. If we can get this away, that is full time, and it is. The whistle has blown, and we have won pretty convincingly there, 2-0 against Plymouth Argyle. Right, so we have two happy players in Antonio and Nathan Trott after this game. Antonio says, thanks for playing me, I feel I did well, and Trott says it was really great to be given the opportunity to play. So that's what I want to do. I want to keep the players happy, and hopefully that will have a good effect on the club. Alright guys, so our next two matches are Newcastle, and then in the next month we have indeed got Huddersfield. So maybe two easier games compared to our first two, but still we can't take anything lightly. We do need the points, and hopefully everyone's morale will be higher considering we did just win that game against Plymouth Argyle. Finally, James Collins has been sold, and we do get an extra 2.6 million added to our transfer budget. And also we do have a lot of players away on international duty. They will be leaving on the 31st of August and will be away till the 6th of September. So this is how we are lining up away to Newcastle today. We have stuck with the same formation as the last game, but obviously brought in a lot stronger team. Gale in there, who I know is pretty dangerous. Atsu as well with a bit of pace. Mankilo is decent in defence, but overall I think we should be able to get the win here. Got no one to play to, but Lanzini does make an offer there. Correa turns really nicely, plays the ball into Lanzini, who can get a cross in. Someone's at the back stick, and we have already got a goal in this game against Newcastle. And Pulisic with the header. I think that's his first goal for the club. Lanzini plays it out to Masuaku, who can get it into Arnautovic, who's turned well. Plays it into the path of Lanzini, who can cross it in once again. And again, we have Hernandez in the middle, who has headed it home. Of all people, Hernandez wins the header. And we're 2-0 up inside 10 minutes. Newcastle coming forward now. And that's a good ball into the path of Atsu, who I said was quick. Can we get that one out? No, we can't. And we have conceded a corner. It's Newcastle's turn to attack now from a corner. Can we get a head on that? Winston Reid with a big header, but it's fallen to Hayden. Can we get this one away? Kayate, what a tackle that is. Pulisic plays it into the path of Zabaleta, who we know isn't the quickest of players, but Lanzini plays it into Correa. Not the best touch, but Correa can turn now. Can he hit one from distance? He can. And you know that's not far off. A good effort. Marino plays it into the middle. Mitrovic using his strength. Gale looks for the pass of Atsu again, and he's really causing us problems. Plays it in, but Reid is there to clear the danger. Okay, Newcastle actually looking pretty dangerous now. Since I scored that second goal, they've really gone for it, attacking wise. And they've got a good chance here with Gale. Plays it out to Murphy, who's tried one, but that's over the bar. And that is half-time, guys. So we're going into half-time with a 2-0 lead. But Newcastle have applied a lot of pressure after we scored that second goal. Arnautovic plays it in. That's great football. Correa spun away. What a ball that is. And he's played in. Arnautovic, who can take a shot. Good save from Darlow. Lanzini plays it into the path of Hernandez, who's actually poked it through. And Ogbona's got there. Why is he so far up the pitch? Pulisic can get a cross in though. And it's a decent effort, but Darlow is there to catch it. And we're in a bit of trouble here. Gale plays a really good ball into Marino, who just puts that wide. Right, so we are swapping Lanzini off for Fernandez to get him a bit more game time. So hopefully he can have an impact here in the last 10 minutes. That's great play, and Fernandez is through from just coming on, and he should have put that one in. Fernandez, though, finding the feet of Pulisic, who's on the right, who's already got a goal today. Can he get another one? He drives it across goal, but that's easy for Darlow to deal with. Clark. Ogbonna, that is quality defending. He's been great all day, and that is full time. And we have won 2-0. Two really early goals there, actually, and I'm surprised we didn't get any more, but 3 points is very important for us today. So, after that game, we do have an email from the West Ham board, and they are saying, just wanted to thank you for helping the club reach one of its brand exposure goals that we set out to accomplish this season. We wanted to earn at least 35.2 million from shirt sales this season, and we couldn't have done it without you. Keep up the good work. So, we're only like 3 games into the season, and we've already done that, which is good. That's one thing off our back, and we don't have to worry about it. Okay, so it is that time of year, August the 31st, and it is deadline day. We have no more deals to make, but look at that in the bottom right. Thomas Müller has gone to Barcelona for 57.7 million. That is a lot of money, but let's just see if there's any big players to move this summer. Right, so this is an interesting one. Liverpool have shown interest in purchasing Andy Carroll, who I did say if we get an offer for, I will consider selling him. So we're actually going to negotiate with Liverpool for this one, and I think Andy Carroll will have to say goodbye to West Ham. So we're meeting with Jurgen Klopp now, and his value is 9.5 million. So we are gonna try and get 13 million for him. Bit ambitious, but if they want him, they're going to have to pay up. This is our final offer. I am sorry. We're going to counter this again, and we are going to go up to 11 million, I think. Let's do 11 and a half, actually. This is our final offer. I'm sorry, he said the same thing, and I will try and get 10 and a half for him. If he doesn't want 10 and a half, then I'm just going to have to reject it. Okay, you have a deal. We will match the 10.5 million price tag you've set, which is good news. So Andy Carroll is on his way back to Anfield and back to Liverpool. Yet again, we have another loan offer for Quina. I denied 2 of them last episode, and it's going to be the same story here. Quina is going nowhere. All the loan offers are coming in now, and we have another one here for Declan Rice, which we're also going to reject. But another interesting one, you might have seen it. It's Aaron Cresswell. His value is 5.5 million, and he has in fact been offered 6.2 million. We're going to try and be a little bit cheeky here, and I am going to go up to 7 million. If they accept that, then we've done well, but we'll see what they say. I understand you're not willing to part with Cresswell that easily. We're willing to give you 7 million in order to seal the deal. So we're doing pretty well actually, selling on players, which gives us a decent amount actually to go into the January transfer window with. So Andy Carroll has left the club and he's gone back to his old club, Liverpool. We wish him well there, but we do have 8.5 million added into our current transfer budget, and unfortunately you can see here that Cresswell's move has been broken down as they couldn't agree to the terms, which is a bit disappointing. So Cresswell is staying at the club. Okay, so transfer deadline day is over, and there's been some pretty big moves this summer. So Müller, as I said, has gone to Barcelona. Royce is at Chelsea now for 55 million. Benzema has gone to AC Milan for 53 million. Carvajal has gone to Arsenal for 48 million. Son has actually moved from Tottenham to Barcelona as well for 36 million. Falcao's gone to Dortmund for the same price. Vertonghen's gone to Real Madrid for 35 mil. Bellerin's gone to Real Madrid as well for 30 mil. Cuadrado went to Southampton, as we saw. Felipe Anderson's gone to Wolfsburg for a whopping 30 million. Florenzi's at Chelsea now. Christensen is at PSG, which is a bit of a weird one. That's a high price to pay for him. Bellarabi to Roma. Mandzukic to Spurs. Mata to Atletico Madrid. Zaha to Everton. So some actually really big transfers, and I'm surprised at quite a lot of them actually. So we do have a loan offer here for Dan Kemp, and I think I'm going to accept that. He's not really going to get into our team, so he is going to go out on loan to Crewe Alexandra. No, he's not, because again talks have broken down and they've pulled out of the negotiations, which is no good. So I guess we're keeping him in the club as well. So finally we have some good news. Grimaldo is returning from his injury. He's rejoined training sessions, and we also have a conversation from him saying, I'm feeling pretty good. The medical staff have cleared me to play in the next game, which is very good. But he says there is a slight chance of re-injuring myself, so I think we'll rest him for maybe 1 or 2 more games and then we'll get him back into the squad. This is how we line up against Huddersfield. So the same formation once again, and pretty much the same exact team, besides Hernandez has come off for Antonio, and then Huddersfield set up with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Meunier there, I know, is a pretty big threat. Kachunga as well on the right hand side, but apart from that I think we should be alright. Seeing the run of Pulisic here, can he get around his player? He can, and he's bursting away with a lot of pace here. Someone needs to get into the middle so we can get across him. What a ball that is. And for some reason, Arnautovic was not in a good position to get that. And now their turn to break. Meunier plays in Moy, who's also pretty dangerous. Plays back to Meunier, and he's actually got a really decent cross in there. And oh my god, we could have gone 1 down. Pulisic has got a lot of space over on the right hand side here. We know he's good at crossing the ball. He is, and he tries to pick out Arnautovic, I think that was running in, and Grealish could have kicked his head off if I'm honest. Right, we have a corner now. Can we whip this one in? We can. It's a great corner, and Winston Reid is there. But again, Robert Green is there to deny him. Lanzini plays it in to Antonio. Correa just holding the ball up into Antonio, who can turn really nicely, but the shot is just over the bar once again. Grealish Mounier, oh, he's actually so good, and he's played in to, I don't know who that was, but Joe Hart has made an absolutely fantastic save, but then we cannot defend, and Huddersfield have gone 1-0 up. We need a goal here, this is important, and Huddersfield go through and almost get another one, and that is half time. This first half has not been great, I'm not going to lie. Arnautovic is running down this left-hand side. Can he get across? And he can. Can we get the header? Pulisic puts it wide. That is probably the best chance we've had all game. Lanzini into Correa, who's turned brilliantly. Can he get past the defence? He has. He's burst through. Left-footed shot. Can we get a header as a rebound? We can't. Tommins has got there. Right, we are making a triple substitution with about 8 minutes on the clock. Hernandez, Ayew and Fernandez are coming on. And I hope that they make the difference here because we need a goal. Fernandez up to Correa, who can drive. Correa, can you be the hero? He smashed one and it's over the bar. That is heartbreaking. And that is unfortunately full time. I am disappointed to lose that one, but we did put in a poor performance if I'm honest. Right, so after 4 games now in the Premier League, we are sitting in 11th place. So we have dropped a place from last episode. We were in 10th. Not really the best performance. To be honest, the Huddersfield game, I really should have done a lot better. Happy to get the 3 points from Newcastle, but overall, not the best. We need to start improving here so we can climb up the table because I do want to get that Europa League spot. But guys, if you have enjoyed the video, please be sure to smash that like button. That'd be absolutely awesome. And subscribe to the channel to see more career mode videos in the future. And guys, I will see you in the next episode.